This episode's going to be a special one for all Liverpool fans out there. There has been so much activity happening in the backdrop, behind the scenes. We've had a couple of players who are on the verge of departing. The mainstream media, they blatantly like to put things and rub them on our faces. But let's just remain unhinged at this point in time. We are not expecting our team to win the quadruple. If the pundits on various different social media platforms who are already talking about it that, oh, can Liverpool win the quadruple? I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not going to even waste my time. You know why? Because I'm enjoying the way our team is playing ball right now. Even the players on the pitch, they are enjoying. They look majestic in certain transitions, especially against Lille, our latest fixture in the Champions League. Given the state of play, given everything, I think the game had so much quality, not only from Liverpool, but also from Lille. And defensively, before we conceded the goal, I think we were really flawless. Overall, I think we've stepped up massively. And the reason why Liverpool fans should not be worried about the league or the Champions League or the Carabao or the FA is because we have so much quality, even on the bench, that we are undermining what we have, the plethora of resources that are available to us at this point in time. Of course, Jota and Gomez might be injured, but they'll be back in a couple of weeks. A couple of good talking points for us. Federico Chiesa. The reason why I'm so happy right now is I got to see glimpses of greatness from Federico Chiesa. I think even though he just had a couple of minutes, 14 or 15 to play in the last segment, I think he did really well. He had around two shots, two fantastic shots. The shot power, his intent, his motive, his maneuvering around the defenders, movement, mobility, whatever you want to call it, was impeccable, direct, and straight to the point. Right, the keeper was deceived for a moment. We got to see what Chiesa can do from the left. Right now, we have a Mohamed Salah, and we don't prefer an overlapping fullback playing in the system. So obviously, Chiesa had to be deployed on the left. He's done an amazing job of what I've seen of him so far. As long as he's injury free, as long as he's able to keep himself fit and fine, I really want him in this squad like any other Liverpool fan, right? I've been looking up on Twitter, I've been looking up on Facebook, and so many other different social media panels. Darwin Nunes, right? I have always hit a conundrum when it has come down to him because his performances are sporadic, right? You get to see a really hot and cold situation, a hot mess basically when we talk about this player to be specific. But you know, Darwin Nunes against Lille, right? This one performance made me realize the reason why Klopp acquired him in the first place. There has to be some way that we unlock his potential. He's got a massive potential. There has to be a way that we are backing this player up and we are making him run the way he runs. And his performance on the pitch showed that this guy can play and can run consistently for 90 minutes. He was there in each and every defensive transition. He stepped up massively trying to be the top line of press. He would track back and defend with all his might. There is just something special about this player when he's making runs ahead. When Curtis and Harvey Elliott found him ahead and he took a shot at the keeper, even though we didn't get a goal out of it, but my oh my, you got to see what talent we've acquired, right? Cody Gakpo again, a self-proven guy, the man that we need, the man in the moment, starting 11, the star in the starting 11 right now. And no one expected this to happen this season, right? But obviously, our expectations are going to be elevated if we are consistently hitting the ceiling. So just stay composed. Let's just back our team up the way we are supposed to. I wouldn't even mind if we just win a trophy or two. Given the current state of play and circumstances, I am really grateful to the fact that we haven't sustained any injuries, major injuries. Unlike Tottenham, Arsenal, Brighton, what they've gone through has been horrendous, and I would like to acknowledge that. And I'm going to fucking, just push away any of these conspiracy theories or targets which are built on the basis of narratives. I'm not really going to touch base on them because I think injuries are a primary trigger for your season to get derailed. I do solely believe in that. I've seen Liverpool have struggled um, in many seasons when we were without a back line, specifically Trent, Van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Robertson. Was a season when we had to deploy Reece Williams, Nat Phillips, and then we had to bring in an Ozan Kabak. We were on ninth that season, and somehow, till the very end moment, down to the wire, we came fourth. We ended up being fourth. We were in the Champions League, and that shows the level of commitment and the level of belief this set of players has. And we have come out of a system which has nurtured the same amount of talent, right? This core group of players that is nurtured by the likes of Arne Slot has been nurtured by Jurgen Klopp, right? Mohamed Salah, Virgil, Joe Gomez, Robertson, Trent. These are all leaders we are talking about on the pitch, right? They have won something. They've won something collectively, right? The teamwork, the chemistry is better than any other team out there, I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, this season. It's even better than Man City right now because of the way they've been performing. They've been inconsistent, especially with the likes of them being 2-0 up and bottling that lead all of a sudden against PSG today, right? And what we've seen so far from them this season, we are the best in the league right now. Let's not lose our shit, right? As long as we remain fit, we are consistent. The way we've been moving the ball around, especially against Lille and even in the game preceding that, I wonder how comfortable we actually were. We were so comfortable on the ball, even off the ball, even when they equalized. I was like, why aren't we concerned about like scoring a goal? We need to score a goal. That was a grave situation where Salah was not taking his chances, but just to see long balls being supplied from the back, right? Curtis in a deeper position, laid one off for Mohamed Salah, who made a run, and that touch was just world class. And barring all this, we've spoken about Chiesa, we've spoken about Gakpo. There are a couple of good players who haven't really had the start. Harvey Elliott, Wataru Endo. Yeah. And Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is one guy I really wanted to talk about. This season against Ipswich in the opener, he struggled a lot. Even though he's played 27 full games under Jurgen Klopp, this season he hasn't had that luck of being backed by the manager, and I have no qualms about it. He's just 21 years old. He has a long way ahead. He's going to be a Liverpool legend for sure if he sticks his guns with the club. And there was a sense of calm, a sense of belief, a sense of motivation to win something. You could see it in Kwanzaa's eyes, the way he played the game, the way he mapped the field, right? He was clearing so many balls out and he was able to read and decipher each and every situation. There were a few syllables where Connor Bradley was being run over on the flank in the second half. I don't really blame that lad. I think defensively he's really solid. Just having a game off doesn't mean that we are going to create an assessment of a new sort altogether just because he had an off game, right? Doesn't really make any sense. But overall, my point is we've seen Harvey Elliott, Chiesa, right, Kwanzaa massively step up in games in Champions League fixtures where we needed our depth to shine out loud. And for the next Champions League, I hope we have more rotations, right? I'm really happy with the man management that he exhibited on Slot. It was amazing to watch. Taking off Dominic Soboslai and taking off Gravenberch, right, and bringing on McAllister and Curtis Jones. That was the best decision so far from the manager in that game, right? I'm going to be closing this down with just one thought in my head. Even if we have injuries, even if we derail from this season, I have so much faith in this manager because in order to get things rolling for you, in order to be on the top level, especially in a transitional season, being a debutant in the English Premier League, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And it doesn't matter if he's acquired a really good team. He had his own way of making this team work, right? There are players like Mohamed Salah who have been peaking at 28, 29, and then they disperse away by the age of 32, 33. Same with Virgil, but he's still making them tick, right? So just be composed, be happy in the moment, and let's just face Ipswich because I have so much belief in this team. I think we are going to get across the line